Welcome back to another episode of Keeping Up with College. I'm here with Anton. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself, where you're from, what sport you play, and where you are at currently in the US?
Hi, my name is Anton Bonke. I'm originally from the Netherlands. My mom moved to this island called Vanuatu. It's pretty close to Australia. Hopefully, most of you know where that is. But we moved there since I was three, actually five, and I grew up there. And then now I live in the U.S. I play basketball at Providence College. I just recently transferred.
Cool. So, being from Vanuatu, how did Green Room Futures really come about for you?
So it's actually funny. I'm Vanuatu is pretty isolated, and my dream was always to play basketball.
Hmm.
The best place to do that was the United States for me.
Yeah.
So I did my research, and Green Room Futures kind of just popped up, and I was like, "Whoa, what's this?" So I kind of just messed around, and then I got in contact with Matt, and he's a great guy. We got on a Zoom and he told me he would help me out. So he got me in contact with some coaches and that's how it kind of started.
Yeah, so playing in the US for basketball is obviously huge. Um,
Mhm.
was that always something that you wanted to do since you were very young?
No, I re like it took I'm a late bloomer as they call. I started very late. I started basketball when I was 15, but ever since I touched the basketball, I just fell in love and
Yeah.
so it is really my passion, but I would say I started pretty late.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. Can I ask how tall you are?
I'm 7'2", which is 2 meters and I think 20,
Wow.
15, something like that.
Okay. Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty tall. Yeah,
Yeah.
fit the basketball criteria for sure. Um, so What like what like inspired you to sort of take this US journey? Did you sort of see other people playing over in the US that aren't from the US and sort of play in college or um was going pro something that you really wanted to strive for and you thought the US was the stepping stone for that? How did it what inspired you to go to the US?
Like you said, I aspired to become a pro.
Okay.
So, I
NBA?
watched, huh?
NBA or playing
Yes.
overseas somewhere else
Yes.
or
No, NBA.
NBA?
I still got access in Vanuatu to NBA, so I got to watch that like all my favorite teams play, and I just got the dream that I wanted to play there. And I did my research, and most NBA players come from college, so that's
Yeah.
where I was like, maybe that's where I got to go.
Who's your favorite NBA team?
So my favorite NBA team is actually the Sacramento Kings, so they're not doing too well, but yeah,
Oh, interesting. And do you have a favorite player? All-time GOAT player?
I wouldn't say he's the GOAT just yet, but he might be in a few years. I think it's Giannis. That's my favorite player.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, so you're at Providence right now. Can you tell me what like your daily schedule looks like with like basketball trainings, class, and whatnot?
So right now it's a little sensitive time because we're done with the season.
Right.
Um, Now it's like we're in class. I'm really focused on my finals these
Hmm.
next few weeks. School's over next week, so I got a few
Yeah.
finals to
Yeah.
finish up. But
In season, what's training like? Do you have two a day in season, or is it more like just once a day, sort of one rest day a week, maybe after games?
yeah, usually we practice as a team once a day and then we lift as a team once a day.
Okay.
And then, it's very recommended to, you have the resources to come back in the gym and shoot or
Yeah.
get an extra workout in.
Yeah. Okay. And how many classes have you got?
I'm not bad. I only have four,
Okay.
so
Yeah. No, that's nice.
that's
What year are you? Are you a junior or?
I'm a sophomore,
Okay.
but I don't know what I am academically. I kind of switched majors a few times,
Okay.
so
Yeah. What's
mhm.
your major right now?
I'm a psychology major.
Okay. Cool. Oh, awesome. All right. Let's see. Speaking of academics, what's like your biggest academic challenge for you so far?
Um, I don't think it's like it's not. I don't think it's the big like academics is not very. It's for me. It's not very challenging. I
Yeah.
think,
Was it
but
hard switching majors? Like, I'm not sure what you were before psychology. Was it hard going from that to psychology?
I was a marketing major. I really didn't like that. Just
Oh, okay.
a lot of, lot of computer stuff.
Yeah.
Excel. I wasn't a big fan. So,
Ah, interesting. What
but
kind of marketing
uh, we
or
were.
general?
I was. I was still my freshman year, so I was just doing the basic stuff like
Yeah.
intro and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
Freshman year is always hard because you have all of these like core subjects and it doesn't really feel like um you're going in a particular direction with your academics. It gets better when you get all your core subjects out of the way, um, and you're able to focus on your actual major, which is it's a bit nicer. But yeah, that's why freshman year is a bit more of a general studies type of thing. Um,
Mhm.
do you have a student advisor? Do they help you with
Mhm.
selecting your classes or helping you out with your major?
Mhm. Yeah, we have everything.
Yeah.
It's insane. We got everything. Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
everybody. Yeah.
Um, okay, so how was the process like for you going through Matt at Greenman Futures? Like, did he like help take care of things, or was he just more of a guide for you? Like, how was that?
So it's actually a funny story. I don't know if I should say like, but so Matt got me in con is a long story. If
Okay.
okay, so Matt got me in contact with this junior college in Arizona,
Yeah.
which is called Arizona Western,
Hmm.
and I was dead set on going there, but
Hmm.
they were kind of just hesitant to offer me a scholarship because I came from Vanuatu and I had limited film and experience. So
Okay.
one day my mom just said, you know what, you just fly over there. So she paid for my ticket. I had a few friends in California, so I
Hmm.
flew to America, drove down to Eastern Arizona, I mean Arizona Western, and they were like, you should walk on. So I was dead set on doing that too. But then when I came back to California, I met this guy, and he said he was actually playing at Eastern Arizona, which is unfortunately the rivals of Arizona Western.
Ah,
And
okay.
he said his coach would be very interested. So he called up his coach. He was like, "Yo, I got this 7'2" guy. Like, you should check him out." He checked me out. He worked me out. He said I was interesting, so he offered me a scholarship. So I actually ended up going to the rival of the
Oh,
school Matt advised me to go. But he did get me that one contact I needed to
yeah.
really.
Yeah. And that's all you really need is, a bit of like a connection, to get your foot in the door, really, which is nice. Can you
Yeah.
explain what a walk-on is for those that might not know?
So a walk-on is like an athlete that pays for this for school. Basically, he's a normal student, but like pays for everything a normal student does. But he's part of the team. Like he goes to games, and if he's good enough, he can play. Like
Yeah.
he has a spot on the roster.
So it's not really
Well,
like receiving a scholarship from the sport, um, but it's more like paying your academics, you're paying your tuition and fees. Do you also have to pay the sport as well? Like, does it cost to pay for the basketball side? No.
No, the basketball side that's still covered.
Mm.
But it's actually weird because they're actually working on a policy where there's no more walk-ons. So
I didn't know
now,
that.
yeah, now there's more roster spots, but you can't have walk-ons. They have to have a scholarship. So
For all sports?
I'm not sure. I just know basketball.
Yeah, okay. Um, yeah, walk-ons, it's crazy because I know this one guy. I went to Creighton University,
Oh,
and
for real?
yeah,
Oh,
well, you
nice.
know Creighton being at
Yes.
Providence, being in the Big East. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
they beat us too many times.
yeah. Creighton basketball, they are really good. They a couple years ago, I think the year I left, they went all the way to the Final Four or maybe the Elite Eight. I'm not too sure, but
Mhm.
um, yeah, it was big stuff. Lots of hype around that too, which was really cool to see. But I play soccer, so when I was at Creighton Soccer, there was a guy there. His name's Duncan McGuire. He um he was probably maybe a sophomore or a junior while I was there. And anyway, he came to Creighton as a walk-on. And so he did his freshman year as a walk-on, ended up getting a scholarship either his sophomore year or junior year. And then by senior year, the year that Creighton men's soccer went to, I think, the College Cup. I think they went pretty much all the way. They didn't go national tournament. They didn't win the national championship, but they went pretty far. And Duncan, that walk-on kid, he ended up being like conference tournament MVP or winning some
Oh,
award. And he was recognized so much. He was recognized by the MLS, the pro soccer side in the US, and then he got recognized for the national team. So, you
wow.
can go from being a walk-on to getting a full scholarship to going pro to national team. Like it is possible. And that's exactly what happened to this walk-on kid from, small town Omaha, Nebraska. So, it's a cool thing. It's really cool. And it's awesome to see how far an individual can come from just being a walk on, as they say.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, it's pretty
That's
awesome.
awesome. That's a great story. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's
that's
it's
sick.
pretty cool that I was able to sort of witness him at his like not as at his peak because I wasn't there when they went through the national um through towards the national tournament, but it's cool to see how he played and how good he really got. It's really cool to see. Okay, so is there like anything that you wish you knew before moving to the US and anything about college, maybe?
Um,
Or you pretty much know everything with
no, no, no,
US
no,
college being.
no. That's not what I'm saying. It's just I think everything happens for a reason. Like it's
Yeah.
but I guess I would say maybe just I feel like the really the biggest like the most important part, not just in finding college or like doing sports, it's really life and just jobs and everything you do. I feel
Yeah.
like connections are really, really important. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where you are. If you just you some your friend might know a cousin who knows a friend who
Yeah.
knows somebody who's gonna like get you where you want to be. Like it's insane how small our world like really is, you know?
No, that's so true. All the places I've been to, either in the US or overseas, or even back here in Australia, it's all been through the connections that I've made in the past, and just coming back to those people, and sort of finding my feet and finding the next steps in my sport. And yeah, I agree with you there, 100%. Connections are so
Uh,
important.
did like how did you when did you leave Creighton?
It would have been spring of 22, I believe. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So I went to
Yeah.
three different colleges. I went to a JUCO as well. So I went to a JUCO in Texas for 2 years, and then I went to Creighton for 1 year, and then I went to Florida for my final 2 years. So I spent 5 years across the United States in three different states. So
Oh,
pretty
wow.
wild.
So did you go through the green room futures
I did.
process?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
did?
yeah. I did. I did. Matt was also my agent back in, or I actually signed with another agency that Matt was with back in 2014 or 15, something like that. Um, and then Matt was my point of contact with that company. And then he sort of stepped away from that company and started Green Room Futures while I was already in the States. But the thing is, Matt was the one that found me my junior college, which is what got me over to the US. And then from there, I used the connections that I made at my JUCO to go to Creighton because I moved with one of my teammates from my junior college. We ended up rooming together in Nebraska. And
Oh
then
wow.
also one of my other teammates from Nebraska was the one that got me to Florida. So I kind of followed my friends to each state that I went to, which I think is pretty cool. Some good
No,
friends
that's
that
sick.
you get. It's pretty
That's
awesome,
sick.
hey? So with basketball, obviously I don't really know much about basketball. I mean I played when I was a kid, until I was about 14. But with regards to like the sporting culture in basketball, is it any different from back home to the US, or is it all pretty much the same?
No, no, it's crazy. They love basketball here so much.
It's
It's
different. Like they love
it's
it.
it's way different. They wouldn't bat an eye back home. Like if you're a basketball player, like it doesn't mean anything. Here it
Yeah.
means like it is you're like yeah, it's no, it's awesome. Just we get everything. It's crazy. Like the first time I stepped, like even in JUCO, I was so surprised. We get like food, housing,
Mhm.
everything for free. We just live
Yeah.
peacefully. Only think about playing the sport we love.
Yeah.
And then we come to Providence, and it's just like 10 times better.
Yeah. Well,
Like it's
Providence is huge, like obviously Big East tournament is huge in basketball, and yeah, being a D1 college, it's you get even like your locker rooms or the stadium that you play in. I know for Creighton, the men's where they played was not even on campus. It was a couple blocks down the road at this massive stadium that could fill, I don't know, 40, 50,000 people. Like it's crazy. The the basketball side of things, wow. Especially in the US, it's awesome.
yeah, it really is. It's crazy.
Have you noticed much difference in culture and like food and in the places that you've been in compared to back home?
I would say like um just I guess it's like kind of like the stereotypes, just
Yeah.
you can get a burger and fries and chicken nuggets everywhere.
Yeah.
So I guess that's my biggest thing. But I Chipotle was one thing that I think is really great about America. I really like Chipotle. It's Mexican, well, actually Mexican food in general. Just I couldn't like Mexican food was not a thing back in Vanuatu. Like I didn't even know what that is,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
that was. Now I do. So
I totally agree with you there. The Mexican food, specifically Chipotle, is I miss Chipotle so much.
yeah,
But luckily for Australia, we have GYG, Guzman and Gomez, and it's without Guzman, I'd be very upset because I miss Chipotle that much. Um, I swear I had it like at least once a week. It was. it was terrible. But you know, compared to like some caf food, like I don't know what your cafeteria is like at school. Is it pretty much like burgers and fries and fried chicken and is there even like a salad bar? Surely there'd be a salad bar or something like that.
I mean, I like it, but a lot of my teammates and friends complain, so I guess it's probably not that good. But I'm very not picky, so
Yeah.
maybe it's just me.
Yeah. No, you make do. That's all right. So what are the facilities like? Can you explain what maybe your locker room is like? Your stadium? Do you have ice baths, athletic training room, and the gym?
I mean, I don't want to make you jealous, but
Please do. I want to hear. I want to know what Providence has that Creighton didn't.
well, I mean, Korean basketball probably has more, but I'm saying compared to Korean soccer, I don't know. But no, it would be great if I had a photo, but just it's it's not even just I can't even explain. It's just like you have this massive facility. Literally, no one else comes in except basketball. You come in, there's this big screen, and there's like this like edit of all the basketball players just doing shit and doing cool stuff. And then you come in and there's this massive, just clean court and 24/7, always clean. Like however many hoops I can't even count. You
Yeah.
walk in, locker rooms like spotless. You have your own big locker, like you feel like an NBA superstar. And then uh, you got the offices, you got food right after practice, like the chef makes for you. I'm telling you, it's like I'm just like I'm like I'm humbled, I promise. And then obviously the training room is great. We have ice baths, we have hot tubs, we have massage therapy, everything you could think of.
Is
But
the athletic training room something like if you were sore and you needed maybe a massage or something, is that something that you're able to get access to?
yes, yes, yes,
Nice. Wild.
yes.
Crazy.
Were you not able to do that?
Um, sometimes. W- Not in season, like not in season, we probably wouldn't be able to because obviously that would be, winter and spring sports. So you guys would winter and spring sports would be priority. But in season, I think sometimes if you were that sore, you wanted to request someone for a massage, you could do that. Definitely. But I'm sure men's basketball specifically, would be able to get um, a little bit more access to the people, the facilities, and I can imagine what maybe your locker rooms would look like, which I
Don't
am
you
very
don't don't you
jealous. I
don't you
am,
think
huh?
don't you think like it's just I mean, I guess not unfair because I get the great treatment, but like don't you think it's crazy how I guess biased it is? Like not even just basketball, it's like even women's basketball versus men's basketball.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't you think it's like crazy?
I
Just
do. I do think it's crazy. I think the men, not only basketball men, but just men's sports in college do get a little bit more compared to the women. But as a woman, that's always been the case for us. It's been better nowadays, especially in college, but um, no, it is a crazy difference. And men's basketball being at that top of that level, So. But I get it because, like you said, the US or basketball in the US is just next level. They are all about it. They love their basketball, so they put so much money into the sport itself and into having good games and that being the men in it. It's interesting watching the men and so I can see how you guys get more of that treatment because there's more money put into that. There's more support around you boys than say the women. So, but yeah.
and I mean I know Creighton, they don't have a football team, but I'm
Mm.
assuming Florida probably does. So that was also maybe like all these football players coming in the training room and you kind of got to like make way and things like that, no?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Actually, men's basketball and football being,
Mhm.
the top priority in college sports. And yeah, I mean, it makes sense because, Americans love their basketball and their football, so it's all just how much money goes into what sport.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna ask a difficult question, but so far, like what's been the hardest and what's been the best part about your college experience so far?
The best part is what I just explained to you, just getting to travel with the team, playing basketball,
Yeah.
playing what I love, just playing these at these crazy places,
Yeah.
fans watching, just everything.
Yeah.
Um, the, the worst part, it's really not the worst part, but like that same amount of pleasure you get from people watching you play, that same amount of pleasure you get from these crazy facilities, your name on your uniform, like you gotta, you gotta pay the bill. That's in workouts and practice and sprints and
Yeah.
conditioning, lifting and everything. So
Do you have um do you have conditioning drills like regular ones that you hate? Do you do suicides and whatnot?
yeah, our coach loves sprints. He lo he loves down and backs where we run up and down the court. He loves that. Whenever something happens, he goes, get on the line, start running.
Yeah. I'm curious, I'm curious because like in soccer we have specific fitness drills that have names, so the oh, there's like the Creighton drill, which terrified me when I went to Creighton. But there's the Creighton drill. There's I think it's I can't remember what it's called. But we had one at Florida. It's called Six Poles. There's basically six poles around the field that you had to um, like run one, sprint one, walk one, sprint one, or sprint two, walk two, something like that. Like it just went up all the way to the number six, and then you kept going all the way back down to the number one. So it was just a lot of running around the field. So do you have something like that? I'm just curious.
We actually do the sprint walk run, but it's not as bad. We don't go up. We just go sprint down the court one, jog down one, and then walk. But that's like the lighter ones.
Hmm.
We sometimes go outside and have to sprint and like do push-ups and a whole bunch of stuff. Actually, yeah, that brings me to like the bat I don't know I think well basketball does it, but I guess probably soccer does it and most of the other sports. They love to do like some weird like the weird conditioning stuff in the summer for team bonding. They'll
Yeah.
have like this year we had like this army person come and tell us to pick our teammates up on our shoulders, walk down the court. I mean,
Mhm.
walk down the field, do push-ups, push this sled, like a
Yeah.
whole bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
We did something like that. We never got anyone to come in for us, but we had to do like in Florida, we had to go down to like the beach. We did a beach run, and then you know how people in the army, they kind of interlock arms and sit in the water. So the water is up to like maybe your hips or your waist, and you kind of just sit there, let the waves crash onto you, and you just kind of hold yourself up for that however long. We did stuff like
mhm.
that, which was weird, but it was just sort of like you're right, like that team bonding type of thing in the summer and yeah, just getting to know everyone else. So yeah. Okay, interesting. Cool. All right, we have about 5 minutes left. I have a couple other questions for you. Um, if you if you could do this whole college system all over again, would you do it? And would you choose the same schools? Like, would you go the same route that you have?
Like I said, I think everything happens for a reason, so I would. Um, I don't know if it is the best route because I went from, at least basketball wise, I went from a junior college, which is considered, I guess, pretty low on the standings, and then from junior college, I went straight to D1 high major, which is, I guess, a very big leap. I don't know if maybe I would have been better if I went first mid major or like lower major D1 and
Mm-hmm.
then go high major. But I also think me going high major, not playing as much maybe, but still working out with the team and playing a little bit and being able to show like what I can do.
Yeah.
And then from there, transferring and having some type of like background and experience. I can now, I don't know, now kind of just yeah, like, but I would do it over all over again for sure.
Yeah. Cool. Um, yeah, everything does happen for a reason. I also say that a lot myself, so I agree with you there. Um, can we talk about your transfer news? So
Yes.
you've now recently it's been announced that you've committed to University of North Carolina at Charlotte. How did that transfer news come about? Like, were you in the portal this semester? And what were like your reasons to why you chose UNC Charlotte?
So I wanted out because I wanted to play more. I didn't get much of the opportunity to play here at
Yeah.
Providence, and I did a few visits. Yes, I entered my name in the portal. Um, for those who don't know, I had to you have to email your um, some person in the in whatever sport you are, and they'll enter your name in the portal. You can't just Google and enter it yourself.
Mhm.
So for those who don't know, um, and then I visited four schools with my mom and my little brother who live in Spain right now.
Nice.
And I just chose UNC Charlotte because of the coaching. The way they play, they really go through my position, which is the center position, and they really play through their centers and kind of like let them shoot too. And the head coach is also plays my position, which I really liked, and he's a cool dude. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what really led my decision. The campus is beautiful too. Campus is beautiful too. But
Yeah,
it's really
yeah. Yeah, coaching, it's such a big factor in your love for playing. And if you have a good coach, you're probably going to enjoy your time a little bit more because you have a better relationship with him or her. And um, I'm the same, like I'm a goalkeeper. So whenever I have a goalkeeper as a head coach, which is so rare, I love it. They understand the mental aspects of the position. They understand the tactical side. Um, yeah, it's just I totally understand you there, and I'm happy for you and your transfer, and I can't wait to see how things play out for you there. So we'll get that signing out on our socials as well in a few weeks. So I'm excited.
thank
But
you.
I think we'll wrap it up there. Anton, thank you so much. I appreciate you jumping on here and talking about your experiences with us. And yeah, we'll see how UNC Charlotte goes for you in the following years. So yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
see ya.